State, coming to you live from somewhere out there in the universe. So, my people, the topic today is refunds reporting. Well, we got news in that refunds are reporting. There are a lot of people right now receiving documentation by way of mail from the IRS regarding refunds. So, if you are one of those people regarding refund status, then welcome to the club. You know what I'm saying, my people? Today is a Saturn day, okay? And what we are doing is we're turning the tide. So, read the paperwork that you received about a refund. Now you gotta go and look at your paperwork regarding the refund. Read the document. What is it saying? Is it telling how many more days is needed for that refund? Are they asking you to send in any more documentation? You know, fine tune cone it so that you can understand what's going on, my people. Straight up. You gotta know what the process is when they send you back a letter regarding a refund reporting. So, as we move through the stratosphere and we overcome the obstacles that have been put before us, we now are entering our flow state. What is your flow state? Your flow state is reading the refunds reporting document that the IRS has sent to you. Because there are several people that have called me up. And it was like, yo, we got the document from the IRS regarding the refund. So, you know, if they told you a certain amount of days, you must call the IRS and ask them. You know, it's a phone number on that document that's going to tell you what number to call and what extension. You call, you be nice, and you ask them how many days from the letter will you receive your refund. And the agent on the phone will tell you how many days it's going to take from that letter that you got. So that's part of your flow process. That's part of your trustee paperwork process, because you have to stay on it. You can't slack, you can't sleep. When you're doing this process, there is no sleep. Yeah, you can get your little 2-3 hours of sleep. Bankers don't sleep, my nigga. Bankers are always up because they're trading at night. Do you got your banker stamp yet for your bank? You got to get a banker stamp. The stamp is the name of your bank. Did you not hear what I just said? Proof. Let me tell you why. Are you ready? Are you listening? Check it. Somebody called me up yesterday and they told me, oh, I received the release of lien for my vehicle. I said, well, read it to me. They read off the entire letter. It was a 2-page letter. The release of lien on the front page, on the first page, had the stamp of the bank who released the lien. Do you understand? This is major, my people. The release of lien. If you have a letter of a release of lien from your mortgage, from your car. The release of lien is that they have no more release of lien on a vehicle, which goes to show you that all the people, the gurus that told you that they don't have a release of lien, the banks that have given you the loan from your account do have a lien on the vehicle and the property. So when your vehicle is finally paid off, you will get a release of lien letter from the bank, because the bank is the indenture trustee who actually says yay or nay on anything coming through that you may send. You send all your documents to the indenture trustee, because if you've done anything, if you've received any loans under your social, under your SSN, everything is done through the indenture trustee. So the indenture trustee is the bank. The bank will stamp it on the release of lien, anything coming out of, and then they will send you your title and the deed of mortgage if it's a house or anything. So wake up, my people. Wake up or forever sleep. Straight up. Your release of lien is a very important document. Now, if you have set up your bank, you got a stamp for your bank. Now, you can go and take a look at a lease of lien document, and your bank is the indenture trustee for your private trust or your trust, whatever trust. Your bank is the indenture trustee. So the bank can be the indenture trustee for all your trusts, because the indenture trustee banks like Citibank is the indenture trustee for several car companies, for several mortgage companies. They're pooled together. So you treat your trust the same way. So from one bank indenture to the next bank indenture. And the indenture trustee is going to have to be put somewhere in the documents of your trust somewhere, because if you're going to go and talk to another indenture trustee as a bank, then, you can do it. But you got to know how to do it. That's what we teach here at the United States Private Enterprise Free State. You know what I'm saying? 407-300-5377. You want to get down with that private banking. You want to get down with that postmaster class. You want to get down with that judge class. You want to get down with the secured parties class. It's not the same shit that these niggas are teaching out there. We teaching real life facts that you're going to have to stand on. You know what I'm saying? You are going to have to stand on it. And the only way you stand is with proper documentation. So that's basically how you're going to get back, the refund reporting. Because it's a lot of paperwork. You can't just think that you're going to file this paper, you're going to file a tax return, and you're going to get $1 million because that's what's on your tax transcript. You the nominee now, and you're recouping all the interest of what the managers was recouping for you because you didn't know. So now you know. Boom. You drop the bomb on them. You coming in with your paperwork, signed, sealed, dotted. You got your seals. You got your shields, your trust shields. You know what I'm saying? You got everything going on. And, it's on and popping. So, yeah, they're going to ask you for your trust indenture probably. So you give them an abstract because you don't want nobody piercing your trust, right? So stand on your trust indenture. You must have a bank. The bank is the ruler. Remember that. The bank is the ruler, my people. Monopoly, remember the game Monopoly? The banker doesn't play the game. The banker holds the money to the game. Everybody has to pay the banker. Everybody has to come to the banker to be released. Bailment, my nigga. Bailment. That's why you need your bailor and your bailor EIN number. You better go get one. If you haven't, you better get one, because the bailor now can face anybody within the court system and pay them. You have an EIN number as a bailer with it on your 2848. It's a wrap, my nigga. It's a rizap. For real. So you need to get what you gotta get to make it happen. Why is this fucking plane not showing up on the camera? And it's a plane. Here it is. Nope. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's a wrap. Bailor. Your bank is the indentured trustee for all your trust. You pool all your trust into that one bank. That's what we show you how to do at the United States Private Enterprise Free State. So, you know, you could pop in, you could pop out, you could do what you want. But we got the keys to the castle. Why are these planes in? Here it is right there. That's that plane, y'all. I don't know why it's not showing up. It's invisible to the fucking camera. That's deep. Why is that plane invisible? And I'm trying to, why? Okay. So my people, I just dropped you $1 million worth of game. Straight up. I done told you about the release of lien, and how you can use it, how you need to create your own release a lien for your own bank, because the bank releases the lien. Okay, so if you got your own bank set up, you can create your release a lien document and go and get the property that has been confiscated from you, because now you have a bank that has the release a lien to release your property. Do you understand? Are you getting it, my people? The bank is everything. And you have to have a private banker working inside the bank. So you need a private banker's EIN. Straight the fuck up. Okay? You need that. So if you haven't done none of these processes, you see these planes, there's a plane right there. All these planes flying over. You see that plane? That's what it is. That is what it is, my niggas. So, the release of lien, my people, y'all might have to go back, listen to my live again, because, you know, I'm always coming back in with some real. Most of these gurus out here, or these other YouTubers, they ain't gonna tell you what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very angelic. We all are angelic, but when you really wake up to your angelic sea, you know that why did they call certain people untouchable? You better wake up and find out who are the real untouchables. Okay? They got so many people out here from different nationalities that are trillionaires that are not even on the record. You will never hear their name. Yada. Go look up King Solomon. They have a King Solomon living right now. He is one of the richest men out here in that Indian community, Arabic, whatever you want to call it. You know, a lot of them have gotten rich from the oil game. It's a lot of different things. You need to go and look at this shit. You know, and they all have their own banks. That is a strategy for refunds reporting. Okay, the RR, you must be in the private, and you must have status correction. Nobody is going to hear what you're saying if you don't have status correction. And I will say that to the day that, people wake up, because people think that they can really move through this system. They think that they can go through the IRS, go through the SSA, go through the Federal Reserve, and go through the that other fourth corporation without some type of status correction. Good luck with that. Let's see how far you get. How many doors you think are going to open and how many doors you think are going to close. Now, there can never be a door closing when you contact the indenture trustee, because it's their duty, and it's their treasury duty, it's their SEC duty that's written in the indenture. And if they do not do it, then, they have to face charges and they could lose their license. And half of these indenture trustees that work under the indenture trustee, because the cases are handed out once you send your paperwork in to get something set off and closed as paid in full. Okay? So you have to really, really understand what you're doing. You can't really listen to some bullshit. Once I stopped listening to the bullshit is when I started succeeding. Because these people have you on some next level, running here, running there, when in all reality, all you got to do is read your paperwork, because it's right in front of your face. Your tax return is right in front of your face. You're the one that's filling out the document. You're filling out the 1040, the 1041, what have you. You're filling out the 1099s, OID, A, B, C, G, whatever. Interest, dividends, whatever. You the one filling this shit out. Nobody else is. And if you're listening to somebody while you're filling your shit out, you got to be out of your fucking mind, because they don't know your status. You are the only one that knows your status. Your BC is not the same as somebody else's BC. Your social is not the same as somebody else's social. This is why I keep telling people it's an individual process. If it was a group process, we would all have the same BC and the same SSN number, but we don't. So how can you call and how can you make your process somebody else's process? Please tell me that. Please let a guru come and, tell me. How can you really say that? First of all, you have to sit down and listen to the person's their background before you can even talk about a process. What state was you born in? It says a lot because it's based off of the serial number on your BC. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's based off of. You know what I'm saying? That is what it's based off of. What's on your BC? So, the language that I speak is from the 22nd dimension. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no low vibration negativity up in here. So, it doesn't matter how many people watch me. All I know is that I'm doing the work of the Most High. So if the Most High is telling me to drop in and give what the Most High is speaking through me to you, then you need to listen. Because why is it that you don't have a tax refund yet? If you knew all of this and all of that, you would have a refund. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. People, pop, pop, pop from their lips, but they not saying nothing. Half of these gurus that are saying stupid shit, they don't even have a refund either. Because the closer you get to bagging it, the IRS they're lethal on some shit. That's why, you better watch out. You better know what you're doing. So I know that there were some people that got refunds sent out to them. Post office sent them shits back to the IRS because the refunds came in the name of the trust and they didn't even have the mailbox in the name of the trust. It was in the name of the SSN. So, you better be going to wherever you do your mailings at, put your trust on file, because you will get shit turned away and never see it, and it will go back to the IRS. And then they'll send you a letter. Well, we tried to send your refund to you, but it was sent out to the wrong address or something like that. So 22, 88 for that goddamn proper address. You know what I'm saying? 2288B, I think it is. So it's up to you, my people. If you're trying to get it right, let's get it right. If you're going to get it wrong, then sit your ass down and read, study some more before you even try to execute any of this work, because you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. And believe me, we all have wasted a lot of money on the process listening to other people that didn't even know what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So all I could say is that the refunds reporting is definitely real. People are receiving these documents from the IRS stating they will receive a refund, but they got a certain amount of days that they got to wait. Now, in this waiting period, in the letter they may tell you, well, there's nothing further that you have to do. But are they just saying that so that they could just send you another letter and you've waited all them days to come to find out you're missing a document? So if they do send you that, you need to fine tooth comb whatever you sent in to see if you're missing anything. Now, if you filed your OIDs online, then that's automatically, the 1096 goes in automatically with the filing. You know what I'm saying? So You have to look into wherever you filed online to make sure that they send a 1096 in for you. Because if they don't now, you got to go and resend the 1096. So, you know, this shit is deep, my niggas. You know, especially for people that have got tax refunds over $1 million. And, you know, they waiting for, it's been approved, but they're waiting for it. It's not actually even been approved. It's just the IRS saying that, well, we got it in review right now. It's going to take a certain amount of days for this review. Once, you know, that's why you have to call in to find out when will the review, because they'll tell you in your letter, we'll either send you the refund or we'll send you another letter. Now, you know how these niggas like to play games. So, in the meantime, in between time, they're telling you don't send anything else, okay? So now they got you waiting for a certain amount of days, 90, 60, 180 days, and then they send you another letter. Now they had you waiting for those X amount of days to only send you another letter to slow your process down. Because they don't really want to give you the refund, even though you are entitled to it. You know what I'm saying? You are the entitlement holder to it. Because, you know, you are in due course. Once you have taken over that account, everything goes back to the principal. And that's you, the new manager of the account. So, you know, you should be typing up your 843, getting it ready. Now, just in case if they send you another letter, you have to immediately send out an 843 trigger release. Straight up. They have to trigger release your shit because they are holding you up. They have already taken out taxes or whatever. However you are filing. Some people are tax exempt, yada. It's on you. But you have to understand how they play a game on people when they try not to give you what's rightfully yours. So my people, trigger release, look it up. Yep, got gray skies today, which is good. That sun was burning niggas up out here, straight up. Where y'all from? New York? What's up, Paul Miller? What's up, Simply Aaliyah? Peace and blessings to all my people up in the chat. Peace and blessings to all my people in the private chat. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? We got people that, you know, some people really listen to what I'm dropping because I'm filling in the holes and the gaps for you that you may be missing. You need to hear this. Ain't nobody gonna tell it to you. Not like how I'm telling it to you. You know, we all tell it a different way. But I give it to you straight, no chaser. I'm telling you what's really going the fuck on. You know, it's crazy. You got some people that's been waiting for tax refunds since they started the process. Some people 5 years, some people 4 years, some people fucking 9 years. Depends on when you start the process. I haven't heard nobody ever getting a tax refund back that quick once they started the process. So, y'all better get it together. You all got to get it together. If you want to be the winner takes all. And the winner is the banker. The banker doesn't play the game. The banker sits back and collect like a fat cat. That's what these bankers are. They're fat cats. Chase, Citibank, Wells Fargo, you know, TD, Treasury Direct. All of them fat cats. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if it's run by the same one person. Shit. Y'all gotta get real with the process, my people. This process is real. It's only for the smart-minded person. It's not for an ignorant idiot. You can't be an idiot doing this process. If you do, you're getting nowhere. You're gonna get railroaded. Straight up. The niggas will smile at you and stab your ass in the back quick. Cowboys don't play, my nigga. Cowboys don't play. Okay? You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna buy land, you need to buy land that's sitting on gold and silver. And that's the land. Half of them lands they don't even want to sell to you. And if they do, it's very high priced. You know what I'm saying? They prefer to sell land that is basically not sitting on precious metals or a volcano. Now, you know they got bunkers in volcanoes that are inactive, straight up. So Yellowstone can become active whenever it gets ready to. If Mother Earth is ready to birth and spit it out, so she will erupt and give birth, straight up. If a woman gives birth every 9 months, then I don't know. How long does it take for a volcano to erupt? Because a volcano has a hole. Anything that has a hole like that is female. Okay? So all volcanoes are females because it contains the precious metals of life. So my people slightly out here raining. You know what I'm saying? But that's a good thing because we need the rain. So I dropped a whole bunch on y'all. A whole bunch of information that is needed. You need this information to get through the process. You need this information to tighten up the holes in your process. If you got holes, I'm telling you, you got to re-listen to this and you will get it. Recap them holes up. Do what you got to do. Get that refund, my people. Refund. That's the focus. Yo, we got the deers out here right now. There's a deer right over there on the land. See, the deer is right there. Deers don't bother nobody. They're right there is a deer. It's over there in the land. They don't bother. Deers don't bother nobody. Got rabbits out here, squirrels, birds. I haven't seen no foxes yet. But we do got deer. So my people, let's go. We're about to get on up out of here, my people. Stay one, stay up, stay strong. This is the United States Private Enterprise Free State. 1-407-300-5377. We got consultations, $50. And we got astrological readings, $30. We got the private banking class. We got the postmaster's class. We got the secured parties class. We got the judge class. We got the the family crescent shield class. So give us a call, get into these classes. They're very inexpensive. We're not breaking nobody's back on it, but just for teaching, there is a donation for that teaching. Peace, stay one, stay up, stay strong. And I'm out.